Don't fear AI. AI has become a very current buzzword that many people are afraid of. If you're older, 50s, I get it. Might your job be affected, be replaced by AI? Hard to tell. It's advancing so fast. Some would say it is ridiculous. But I would say do whatever you can to shore up your career, your finances, look for other opportunities of earning a living if you feel that the job you do is likely to be replaced with artificial intelligence or robotics, whatever. But if you're younger, particularly 20s, maybe 30 years of age, give or take, I want you to think of AI and how fast it's making changes in society around the world. Think back to when the automobile was first invented and started really coming onto the scene. There was an entire industry and subset of industries that went completely out of business in very, very, very short order, and all those jobs went away as well. And those were the horse and buggy industries, if you will. Think of the manufacturers of the buggies. Think of those who made all the parts that put the buggies together, even the wheels, the wood spoke wheels. Think of the canvas material that went over the covered buggies, if you will. Those the industry that create. Pardon me. All this is unscripted, right? And it's unedited. You get all the coughs and sneezes too. So I'm just human. But the fabric manufacturers and material suppliers, where that was the bulk of their I don't say the bulk, but a large percentage of their work. The blacksmiths, those who maybe cared for horses and other animals that were part of that sort of industry, if you will. From groomers to the manufacturers of stables, or those who worked for people that had the horses that pulled the buggies. Then suddenly those horses and buggies went away, and so maybe did those employees. A lot, in other words, of careers or jobs back in that day. They weren't really careers so much, but they were jobs, went away. And there was probably, I'm supposing, a fair amount of fear that went along with that whole transformation. The automotive world is coming to fruition, and what's going to become of our jobs, particularly if these folks were west of the automotive manufacturing sector, which was in Michigan and Ohio and Indiana and some of those parts of the nation. Well, if you were hundreds or even a couple thousand miles west of there, you're like, what am I going to do now? What am I going to do? Because you couldn't see the future, of course. You wouldn't have known that there's going to be a burgeoning, exploding industry of automotive parts, paints, all the other kinds of things you imagine that goes into automotive, and the technologies that slowly emerged over time. Now, let's go back to horse and buggy. Okay, those who made the wheels for the buggies probably also made the wheels, I get that, for the automobile, since they were spoked wheels initially anyway. But just the same, people had to change. And I would suppose many people were afraid of what's this going to do. Well, AI, I would suppose, is going to be similar in nature. We don't know what careers will develop because of AI. Certainly there will be some who will be displaced and completely done away with. I don't doubt that at all. But there may also be some really cool careers that may well develop from AI. Don't know yet. It's all so new, relatively speaking. It's been around for a few years, but it's now starting to explode, and it's going to get only more. Some would say worse, some say better. So don't fear the AI, but look at how you can embrace it and what can you do to take advantage of it. Maybe it's not so much a career move within companies, but maybe you start your own business of some sort where AI is a benefit to you. And you'll have to do some research on that. But this is the mindset kind of a video I'm trying to encourage you to have, is the mindset that says, I'm not afraid of it. I will learn from it. I will study up on it. And I will find a way to financially and career-wise benefit from it. So have that can-do kind of attitude, that can-do sort of spirit versus, oh, I'm so afraid, and you crawl into a hole. metaphorically speaking, where you just kind of give up. Many people have done that. Try not to be that person, because remember, you only have between now and the time you die to live. Sounds simple and so basic, but it is true. Make the most of the time that you have between now and the end of your road. And if that's keeping a positive mindset about AI, and say, look, we can do this. We got this. We got this. Or maybe you don't. Maybe the job or the career or the business you have right now isn't going to benefit from AI. You're just not seeing how it's going to happen. Maybe you do need to make a change of sorts. Look around, see what you have interest in. If you're entrepreneurial minded, if you're business minded, and there's a difference between an entrepreneur and a business owner. There is a true difference. I'll cover that in another video. But if you're a business owner and you have that mindset, look at other businesses that have a bright future. Do some research. If you started a company, a small or large, doesn't matter. If you started, even if it's a mom and pop with 1 or 2 people, if you've done that once before, you know how to do it again. You know the steps you need to take. From analyzing the market that you're in, is there a demand for your product or service, and doing the business license thing and getting all the the OSHA, which is Occupational Safety Health Administration, things in order, making sure your paperwork is good, all the filing systems, all those sorts of things, and bringing employees on board. You've done all that before. There's a lot of complexity to starting a business, but you've done it once. You can do it again and again and again and again. So keep that in mind and just make the best of it. Just make the best of it. That's all you can do, and just keep moving forward. Keep moving forward, and keep your head on straight. Keep a smile on. Keep joy in your heart, and it's going to be okay. Well, hope this helps you a bit. If it does, great. If it doesn't, I'm sorry. I tried. I am Greg with the Job Tips and Straight Talk channel, and I hope you have a wonderful day, the kind of day that you want to have. Take care.